top rebrand since 2010. So like I explained it to you a little earlier, but like somebody who coming into that decade, maybe it wasn't looking the best, and rebranded itself and finished strong.
Yeah, this one is hard, especially because like 2010 specifically probably marked the start of cancel culture in my opinion. Like shortly after.
Yeah, because of social media heightening.
So it's like a nigga getting second chances or being able to like reestablish themselves is like
you feel like they got that chance more so because of the era that they're in, or they needed it more so. Or?
Well, I feel like just nowadays it's harder to rebrand yourself or harder to like get a second look or
than what they, because they kind of rebranded themselves with the help of social media, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's kind of hard depending.
So let's get cracking. We both agreed this was number one. Young Berg to Hitmaker. Young Berg to Hitmaker. Bro, I cannot believe the turnaround that this man had.
Bro, Young Berg is dead, as far as I'm concerned. Like
don't even say that name.
Don't even. Like if I was Hitmaker, I would feel highly disrespected if anybody called me Young Berg.
You know what's funny though? I was probably one of the few. I actually used to mess with Berg though.
I never liked Young Berg.
I thought he could rap. Like I thought he was a good rapper.
I never thought
the songs
that.
he did have. I like Sexy Can I, The Business. I didn't really like Sexy Lady like that.
I never.
I remember he had this song called "Do That" there that he was spitting like.
I like that one though.
I like that. I thought Berg was a good rapper. He was a clown, but you know what I'm saying. He was a good rapper though. I never really had no issue with him as far as like his music.
He was getting beat up,
but he was getting beat up, and then I remember like there was times I remember there was one video I seen like I remember like we about to show our age like World Star Hip Hop was like Shade Room back then.
For sure.
Like this nigga was on there every single week.
It seemed like for nothing something good though.
It was never good. No, every time you seen him in the media, it was something.
It was like he got slapped.
Negative.
Again?
He got slapped. He got his transformer chain took by somebody else, and it didn't transform into somebody else's hand, and then somebody else's hand. I remember this nigga got pulled over by the cops, and this nigga was like, "Oh, I'm an artist at Universal. I'm an artist," like trying to use that to get out, and it's like, we don't care who you are. It was bad. So
it was bad.
For him to be like one of the hottest producers in the game right now, and as a whole new name, a lot of people probably don't even realize that's the same person.
Yeah, I did for the longest time. I didn't. Even when I hear it's Hitmaker, I'll be like,
I didn't know who that was for a minute. Like
I was like, God damn,
you know what I'm saying?
And even beats be fire.
Yeah, like. Man, like if you go listen to like Power 106 right now, whatever your hip hop radio station is, you bound to hear at least like 5-6 songs from this nigga right now on the radio. Like he's like the go to right now. All right, we done showered Hitmaker with his praise. Joe Budden.
Yeah, for sure.
Joe Budden to Joe Budden podcast.
I thought Joe Budden was done after Lil B dissed him. Like his career was done. After Lil B dissed him.
I thought the going at Jay the way he was, the going at Jay, between the going at Jay, the getting jumped by Wu-Tang, the crying on Love and Hip Hop, it was
really the
bad.
Probably Love and Hip Hop. I mean,
it was
me,
bad.
The Love and Hip
bro.
Hop shit was more so than anything.
Once you because usually that's like a celebrity career death. Like once you go to Love and Hip Hop, you know it's over.
It's kind of like damn,
you just collecting your last little marbles.
Going on, okay? All right, cool. I feel it.
Yeah, so like I'll give it to Joe. Like you know what I mean. For him to be like have one of the most respected voices in the culture right now.
Right, he definitely pivoted.
I personally know that. I mean, I think we can admit it. Like we've kind of modeled a lot of what we're doing based on what, you know what I'm saying, from watching him. So
he for sure pivoted in a very seamless way too.
Right.
It wasn't forced. It was very natural.
Gilly the Kid, $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, same tilt. Shit, Noriega then shit.
Yeah, Nori, he was on there. Like Gilly's issues, I remember him. The whole like, man, I was writing for Wayne, and you know what I'm saying. He was getting laughed off. His beefing with Cassidy, like he wasn't. I don't think he was doing the best, but I feel like his I'm proud of his growth. And
he for sure reestablished himself in our culture because like when we first heard of Gilly the Kid, it wasn't for his music to begin with. It was
I probably still to this day can't name you a Gilly the Kid song other than the one, or I think he dissed Wayne in there on that stunt like my daddy. Yeah, that's probably the only thing I could remember.
That's about it.
Nori, as you said, he had, we know he's had these troubles, but I mean, Nori, like, I was just talking to my boy from the East Coast. He's gonna be on the show soon too. But he was telling me like the impact that Nori has over there. He's like, they look at him more like legendary in that section, probably more so than we do on the West Coast.
Yeah, I can see.
I mean, I wouldn't say so much. I mean, but he did have a rebrand because a lot of the issues he was having or whatever. So I would put him in.
Yeah, because Drink Champs is a beautiful podcast.
That's probably arguably my favorite one.
Yeah, like, that's an amazing podcast.
Titty Boy to 2 Chainz.
Oh hell, yeah. He lost weight, started rapping different.
Yeah,
came through with a little swag shit. Like,
yeah, because he was. If it wasn't for the 2 Chainz rebrand, he would have been in a group considered a one-hit wonder. Well, the group is considered one-hit wonder, but that's all he was.
What's that, like Player Circle or
Player Circle?
Yeah.
But I remember like he had verses on some of Luda's early albums. Like he been in the game for a long time. I was like in elementary school. He had verses.
Yeah, that's
on
another
Luda
thing.
albums.
Like he been in the game for so long.
He been in the game for
him
a
to be
long
able to
time, bro.
Rebrand itself.
That is so
and appeal
difficult
to like the younger generation. It's
right,
low-key, like that's unheard of.
And like we were just talking about it, you're still around a decade later.
Yes, and still
drop
drop something today.
Right
still,
now, and it's exactly. You
like,
got LeBron executive producing your album, like
he a real smart dude though, so he knew what he was doing.
Right. Yeah, maybe this ain't as hard as we thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? Gucci. It was bad, bro.
Oh, I will say Boosie for sure. Boosie.
I wouldn't say Boosie because he just went to jail.
Not a rebranding, but just to get out of jail, bounce back for sure, bro. Bounce the hell back. Same thing with Gucci.
But I think.
But I don't think
I'm gonna give you a take on Boosie. I think him going to jail helped him. Boosie niggas. Let's keep it 100, bro. I do not recall niggas saying they messed with Boosie like that before he went to jail.
That's true.
Niggas was not.
I mean,
talking like that about Boosie
not as
like
much. I'm quite sure. At
least
in the
from
South,
a West Coast perspective. Yeah. I don't know about in the South, but I know from a West Coast perspective, I never recall niggas like
on the West Coast. Like we never not like Boosie. Like we fuck with Boosie. Yeah, like I knew niggas that fuck with Boosie for sure.
I messed with. I was a big Webby fan. That was my nigga. I was a bigger
Webby fan. So
yeah, I for sure messed with Webby. I never knew the story that apparently Boosie was on first, but he allowed Webby to go with UGK, and then he like basically brought them to him like, look, I want you to take him first. I never knew that story that he basically allowed Webby to look like he was out there first, and then look like he was helping Boosie, but it was really the other way around.
Yeah, I ain't know that.
Yeah, I never knew about that either. But yeah, that was he had a hell of a bounce back. But I think him going to jail. And then, he been gaining all of that praise while he was in jail. And then he comes out and then he was making that music for that time. I think that helped him. But Gucci, though. It was bad, bro.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Bad. I don't even say Gucci.
You don't remember the Twitter rant, bro? When he went at damn near the whole industry? He
rebranded himself. I'll just say he just got his shit together. Like, he just really...
That's a part of it, though. That's a part of it. It takes maturity and growth for you to rebrand. He went to
jail, too. So, jail, he got to
But it didn't help Gucci, though. Gucci was already... Like, come on, bro. Gucci was Gucci before he went to jail, for sure.
I say it helped him grow as an individual, not career-wise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But, like, as an individual, it helped him, like, kind of sit down, kind of reflect, detox, process some things, and get out, and then,
That's the exact definition of a rebrand, bro. So,
yeah. Well, yeah, that's good.
So Gucci, 50 Cent.
Oh yeah. No, 50 Cent. Out of everybody, 50 Cent. Out of everybody, 50 Cent.
For him, like,
out of everybody on that list, 50 fucking Cent.
Especially for you to be somebody who everybody can't wait for you to fall off.
Yeah, out of everybody else,
you know what I'm saying? People can't wait to kick you while you down, and your music definitely. It was trash in that last era, 2010 era. Like, he was done for.
After the massacre, It was.
He was pretty much done.
Yeah, after the I'll even say the Get Rich Die.
Well, I know he did have the Curtis. He did have the Curtis and graduation thing. But even that, it made him. It's like you win at Kanye, like.
But it's just like
he came out victorious. So it was like after that.
But it's just like Curtis after Get Rich or Die Trying and the Mad, because them two undeniable classics. The G Unit album, undeniable classic. Like after all that classic material to come out with that album and then lose to Kanye in a sense, it just wasn't.
But let me give you a fun fact about 50 though, because I used to always defend Game like vehemently when it came to this. But I just seen something that he was talking about with Wayne that kind of opened my eyes. And I'm not the type to just believe everything somebody says. So like it made sense. He said that a lot of the songs that was supposed to be for Massacre, he gave to Game.
I believe that. Like I believe he gave Game like at least like 4 good songs.
Yeah, like pretty much all his biggest hits, and like even some of the like miscellaneous ones. Like I think he said Special. I think he said obviously How We Do, West Side Story, Higher. Like
what's the other one? Growing Up Confused.
Hater to Love It. Yeah, like all of that.
I used to love that song.
That's you could argue that's like one of the biggest hip hop songs of that decade. Like he gave him like his biggest songs that, you know what I'm saying, and then Game, and he gave it to him. He's like, I'm not trying to say I wrote for him. Like Game is a great rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like he wrote,
but like
he but he said he didn't. He said when Dre brought Game to him, he was like, I like it, but he don't know how to write a song.
Yeah. And
he gave him a lot of the songs that he would have used for Massacre.
Yeah.
So who's to say if he would have used those and then saved those for Curtis or you know what I'm saying, elevate his career longer. So I kind of
that's a powerful.
And I remember 50 kept saying like nigga, I'm the, you know what I'm saying, I gave you documentary, and I was like bro, nah, like Game a great rapper without you. But now that I'm older, and he explained it in that way. 50 obviously couldn't maturely explain it like that back then,
right? But
now the way he explained it, I'm like, damn, like, well, he got a point. Like, you know what I'm saying? You and that's kind of why if you listen to Game, like when he talks about documentary, he kind of like tries to stay away from the stigma of it, because he feels like he would have to give 50, you know what I'm saying, that credit for that. And that's why he'll say like Doctor's Advocate is his favorite album. But like, nigga, you know damn well, like, you know what I mean? Documentary is a bona fide classic, bro. But I think he said he feels it because, you know, he didn't have Dre, he didn't have 50, so he got tired of so many people being able to say they did that for him. So he's like, okay, well look, nigga, now this is what I did. And then he went on to have like a legendary career after that. You know what I mean?
Game, man, for sure.
Yeah. Juicy J.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. From I think his solo, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of like 2 Chainz as far as appealing to the younger
same shit.
generation.
Juicy J.
This last decade when he signed with Taylor Gang.
Big time. Yeah, I fuck with Juicy J.
Would I be reaching if I said Pusha T?
I wouldn't say Pusha T was a rebrand. I feel like he just kind of stayed in his lane and, you know, worked his way through until he just got into the position that he wanted to be in.
He might hate this, but I think I would put him in like the Omarion, Beyonce syndrome, where like, because he was always looked at as like the studio guy, you know what I'm saying, the studio voice more so than Malice was. Okay. Malice was like that raw, gritty lyricist, you know what I mean?
Okay, I could get with that.
And you know, once Malice went to jail, he, you know, went with Kanye, and you know what I'm saying?
I just respect Pusha T because he's like, once again, backpacker, like, you know, it's about like, what is you saying? Like, what is you saying? Let me get on this shit and talk to a nigga real quick. Right. But I don't feel like he rebranded himself. I just feel like he just kind of like more so established himself. He didn't really change up or switch up really anything. He been rapping about, you know, low key the same shit.
But you lasted 10 years.
Yeah, he's still there, but you know.
Closer to the mic.
Oh shit.
What about Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy.
Even though, okay, so I'm not gonna say he like had like a great decade or nothing. Like he probably did anything worth noting this decade.
Right.
But I will say that he made people acknowledge him. Like, nigga, I did this, and y'all gonna give me my mother in respect, nigga, because I did this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
to lead the way. Like, nigga, I deserve 5% of everybody's streams.
He doesn't get the respect that he deserves.
Yeah, and it's like, it seemed funny at first, but then like,
it's like
some of these artists started coming out like, man, hold up, like he got a point.
Yeah, he pulling receipts out. He's like, this nigga's really.
So not necessarily a rebrand, but like he demanded his respect, and I think even though he's not getting as much as he deserved, I think at least it's better than what it would have been if he wouldn't have done that.
I feel like when he was beefing with Tiger and all that shit, like that fake beef or whatever with Tiger and all that, I feel like if he would have capitalized on it more,
he probably could have had a run after that. Yeah. I thought he was going to, but I think it comes down to the fact too, he's just not good at making music. I think that
he almost had a rebrand like back in like 2014, I want to say 2013, 2014. He made like a beat for Nicki and made a beat for Drake. He was like, yes, bitch. Yes.
Well, I wouldn't even call that
nigga we made,
because they always messed with Soulja though.
But I'm talking about like just straight off the beats. Because people don't realize like
Nicki,
off the beats, like we it's like we knew him for rapping and whatever antics, but just being a great beat maker, never.
You talking to the wrong person, bro. Because I was one of the very
few, for other artists.
But I acknowledged Soulja Boy when I was in high school. Like, I used to be like, man, this nigga's only... Because I used to like, man, this is a young 16, 17-year-old. And this nigga like, you know what I'm saying? He's making beats on his own. He made his whole 90% of his album on Fruity Loops. Like,
yeah, I hate it.
That's when Fruity Loops was like new to the masses. Like,
no, I feel you. No, I mean I respect bro grind like a motherfucker, because that shit is like that ain't nothing light. Ain't nothing light at all.
And we're still like
talking about it.
Even this damn podcast, bro. He was, you know what I'm saying, one of the first to like always have a camera and all, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and it was all his stuff. He was in, you know what I'm saying? Like, even a lot of people don't know this fun fact about him that on his first album, he was able to work out like a deal that like damn near nobody has done. Like, I think he got like 90% of like his publishing for that album or something like that. Because even though he signed that deal with College Park, but they like, he has so much leverage because Crank That was such a big effing song at that time that it was like, whatever you want, like, nigga, you can have it. So he's still eating off of that more so than any other new artist would be off of their first project, because it was all his spit. All they had to re-record the songs, but that was all his stuff though. Like, he produced it, and like they didn't have to call in producers. They didn't have to call in a bunch of engineers. He did all of that on his own with Fruity Loops.
Yeah, no, I give him respect for that. Hella respect. Respect.
Did I forget anybody? Nope.
That's everybody.
You got that.
Okay.
That was a good list, huh?
Yeah, that was a pretty goddamn good. I didn't think it was gonna be that long.